Right, okay. About the operators, Python operators, we just discussed the arithmetic operators first. So first day itself, we did that. Addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, exponent. Exponent means the power. And modulus. Modulus is a remainder, right? Once divides, what remain? The integer remainder. And then floor division. Floor division is basically, if you can remember, that is giving the integer value, or this is called integer division, integer value after dividing, right? Then the comparison operators. Under the comparison operators, we just learn how to compare two things. So basically, if there are two variables or if there are two values, how can we compare them? Whether it is equal or not equal, or less than or greater than, or greater than, less than equal, or greater than or equal. So these things we discuss. Logical operators, AND operator, or operator and not operator, and we learn about the logic behind these logical operators. We just learn about the logic behind this, how AND logic work, how OR logic work. OR is basically checking either condition. So if both conditions are false, OR will return false. AND is checking all the conditions. If all are true only, AND will return true. Not is basically inverting. We just learn about that. Bitwise operators we skipped. Right, bitwise operators we have skipped this part, but assignment operators I hope we have done, and membership operators. Assignment operators is basically assigning values. Assigning values. You can say x equal 10, that is assignment operator. Y equal 4, that is assignment operator. And you can say x plus equal 3. So which means x equal the current x plus 3. The current x is 10. So that plus 3 is 13. So value of x here will be 13. So value of x will be 13. That is what the assignment operator. It does the operation and assign it back. And you can see, so this can be done x, let's say modulus equal. So if it is modulus equal 5, if it is modulus equal 5, can you tell me the value of x? So what is the value of x if I print this? Yes, what I'll get? Modulus equal 5. If I print this, what will be the value?
Will it be 5?
5, is it?
Oh, I didn't see that. No, will it be 7?
Can it be 7? So can it be more than 5? Modulus means the integer remainder. After dividing, what remains? Tell me. After dividing, so x is 13, right? X value is 13. After dividing by 5, what will remain? So what is the remainder? X is 13. Yeah, 3. Correct. It's 3, right? Understood, Tilapa? X is 13. 13 divided by 5. So for 13, you have 2 5. 2 5. So
yes.
5 into 2 is 10. So remaining is 3, right? Understood?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Then, so let's say y multiply equal x. So what will be the value of y then? So what is the value of y after this operation? Value of y will be, the current y is, the last updated y is 4. After that, no change. So we can take y as 4. The last updated x is 3. Then what will be the value? Yes, Tenuka?
What is it asking? Is it asking to multiply 3 by?
Yeah, so here multiply equal. Multiply equal means like you have to multiply and assign that to y. So you have to multiply x by y and assign that back to the y. So this is similar to this, right? So when I write like this, it's similar. Okay, tell me the answer for the moment. Tell me the answer.
12.
12, yeah, correct. So what is actually, this is similar to when I write like, so something y multiply equal 3. This is similar to y equal y multiplied by 3. Okay. The current y, the next y is the current y multiplied by 3. Understood? Okay, that is the meaning. Y multiply equal 3 means current y multiplied by 3 will be the next y. So the current y is 12. 12 multiplied by 3 will be 36. So value of y after this will be 36. Okay, can you understand the assignment operator, how it works?
Yes.
Okay, good. So then, if I try something like this, print y floor division equal x. So what will be the answer? Print y floor division equal x. Just the operators that we have learned. So I'm applying that assignment operator. That is the only difference.
I don't know if we learned assignment operators.
Sorry?
I don't know if we learned assignment operators.
Yeah, doesn't matter, right? Assignment operator is something that is similar to the other operators. So all other operators, we can assign that as assignment operator. The only difference is, right? What is the only difference? The other operator will, that whatever happen here will be the floor division. Right? It will do for a floor division, but so the whatever the answer that you get, it will be assigned back to y. So that is the only difference. Right? The answer that you are taking will be assigning back to the previous variable. That is the only difference. All operators are same. This we learn in the arithmetic operators. So floor division is basically taking the integer value after dividing. So what is the value of y? Value of y is
36.
36. Value of x? Just go back and see. Value of x?
3.
3. 36 divided by 3.
12.
12. So the answer will be, right? Answer will be 12. So only thing is, like, you have to first do the operation, y floor division equal x, and finally the answer you have to print that. So otherwise, like, it will give an error when you try to print that itself. So answer is 12. So it's correct. First you have to do this and then print it, right? Can you understand this, or is it difficult, or what do you think? Do I need to
I
explain more?
understand it.
Okay.
I can understand.
Right. Then the membership operators. Membership operators means you are checking whether it's a member of particular group. Okay, let's say H in hello. It's checking whether H is a member of this hello. So you can say H is there. So it returns, it says true, yes. Then if I check H in hello, so what do you think? It will return false. H in hello will be false. But if you try to check H not in hello, so that will reverse, that will be true. Okay, so clear? You can check for the membership, check whether it's a member of this group. So this is capital H, that is the reason why it returns false. This is capital H, and that is the reason, because this is not, so it will be inverting that back. And similarly, you can check for the check for a number 12 in, you can give this group of numbers in brackets. So let's say 1, 2, 3. The group of numbers you can give. So you can say 12 is in this group, so it returns true. Or you can give it in square brackets. Right. So there is also, okay, so whatever the method. And let's check for some other number. I'm checking for 13. It says false. So these are the membership operators, whether you can check the particular item in a string or text, or particular item in a tuple or list. This is called tuple. When you are giving this inside this brackets, you call that tuple. So when you are giving this inside square bracket, you call it a list. So you can check whether it's a member of list or member of tuple as well. Okay, shall we write down this very quickly? And we have to practice this as well. So the assignment operators and membership operators. I'll show you a detailed one. It's arithmetic comparison, then membership we have not done. Okay. Just write down this part. So whatever the exercise we did, as well as these two operators. Logical operators we have done. The 5 and 6. So this is the summary. Assignment operators. These are the assignment operators that we have, and the membership operators. These are membership operators, and this is the applicability of that. Please indicate once you are done. Right, with that, let's move to the next control structure. Right now we know about the operations. Now we can move to the control structures. So we have discussed about 3 control structures. I hope you can remember them. The first control structure is sequence, where the instructions will be executed one after another. The second control structure is selection. Right, second control structure is selection. So actually, I think I have discussed one example related to that. But just to revise that, shall we do this exercise, this question? So just see. Yeah, I'll show the answer as well and the question both. Input 3 marks and find the average. If average is greater than 50, then you have to display the student as pass student. And if it is not, you have to say fail. Right? This is very simple example. So of selection, the second control structure of selection. Input 3 marks and find the average. You can see input number 1, number 2, number 3 here. Then find in the average, add in the numbers, divide by 3 will give you the average. And then here you are checking whether the number is greater than, so average is greater than 50. If the average is greater than 50, then display as pass. So this path will be chosen. So this is what the selection is. You have multiple paths. Out of this multiple paths, you are selecting one side. If average is greater than 50, you are selecting this flow and stop. If average is less than 50, you are selecting this flow and stop. So that is why the selection, that is what the selection is. And can you give a try to write Python code related to this? First of all, please write the question. Okay. Then you can draw the flow chart. And here's the pseudocode. Pseudocode is non-executable fake code. Right? This is non-executable fake code, right? This is not real. Just showing the coding structure. Because anyone who can code can understand this coding structure and code accordingly. Right? So this is the pseudocode. We call that pseudocode. Pseudo means like, you know, it's not real. Right? This is the flow chart. This is the pseudocode. Then let's convert that to a program code. So first write the question, draw the flow chart, write the pseudocode. After writing the pseudocode, let's convert that to Python code next. So please do that and indicate once you are done. So I think if you have tried, you can share the screen. Doesn't matter whether you have not done. So just show me your attempt. Tenuka, can you share? Just show me your attempt, like, so I'll guide you, don't worry. So just share your screen. Oh, okay, can see. Right, okay, good. The N1 is input, yes, INT input. Yeah, that is correct. N2, N3, yes, you have taken N3. Then here the average, you have to assign that to a variable. So you have to tell that AVG equal N1 plus N2 plus the fourth line. Yeah, there you have to tell AVG equal N1 plus N2 plus N3 divided by 3. The fourth line. 1, 2, 3, fourth line. AVG equal, that should come to the, no, not that, that is the fifth line, right? So the fourth line should be AVG equal.
Okay. So it should run.
Yeah, that's correct. Then.
Oh, I didn't share my entire screen.
Yeah, you have to share the entire screen. Otherwise, like. I hope Dilmi, you're doing it right. So if any difficult, please tell me, right? So this is what, yeah, you can you enter numbers? Few numbers, 31, some digits. Yeah, it's fair, right? Because you know the average that you are getting is lower than 50. Yes, lower than 50. That's the reason. Okay, just you can give a try, right? Running that again, entering some high values. Run that again and enter some high values and just see. So still these values are lower than 50. You can just some like above 50 values. Okay, now you can see the result is pass. Good. So this is the conversion, right? You can see it's much similar to the pseudocode, but not the same. It's much similar to the pseudocode, but there are some differences, syntactical differences. So I'll show you this using two things just to understand. So what is the syntactical difference, right? So here, this is the code in Python. In Python, so you can just say N1 is equal to, so if you wish to get whole number, you can say integer. But if you wish to get a fractional or decimal value, you can say float even, right? So this is for a float input, and that is when you get in like decimal values, you can give float. Enter. So here 3 subjects, right? Yeah, enter mark 1, and I'm getting, calling it back again. Second one, third one. Then if this AVG is greater than 50, you have to tell pass. And let's display the average as well. Let's say your average mark, is AVG and you have passed the exam. So some meaningful sentence, just to add some meaning. Else you can say, else your average is your average mark is this and you have failed the exam. That is when if you have obtained less than 50. So let's run this code now. This support float-in values also. This supports float-in values also means like when you run this, you can give integer values. So let's say integer values like 70 you can give, or you can give a floating point value like 41.6. So that is also acceptable. So let's say 49.98. So these are acceptable, right? So it says the average, and your average mark is this, and you have passed the exam. Right? It gives a meaningful message. Then let's give some lower marks like here your average mark is 30.6 and you have failed the exam. Okay, you can update your code like this. Dilmi, you need help or have you done this?
I did it.
Okay, good. Okay, let's do another exercise, another one, right? Just to check whether you understood this perfectly, and just to give some more exposure, let's try another exercise. Please take a screenshot if you have not taken yet. Okay, so try for this one. There are two questions that you can try. So here are they. Input two numbers and print the largest number and smallest, actually three questions. Sorry. Input two numbers and try to print the largest and smallest. Then, so you have to try that with three inputs. And there's another thing. Enter 3 marks, find the average, and so you have to give a grade-based criteria. Grade based on the following criteria. What is that? If average is greater than 75, then A. If it is between 60, 75, B. If it is between 50, 60, C. 40 and 50, it's S, otherwise F. Okay, now you have 3 exercises. Okay, let's do 2, right? This one and this one. The other one you can do as a homework. Let's do 2 exercises first. So this one and this one, the highlighted one, highlighted examples. Let's do that. I'll give you here, you need like, so just write the Python code, that's enough, right? No need to write the flowchart, pseudocode, just write the Python code. I'll show you the flowchart and pseudocode. Better if you can write the flowchart and pseudocode, but since it will consume time, just give a try to write the Python. Yeah, this need like you can do this within 3 minutes, and this you can do within 5 minutes altogether. Yeah, give 7 minutes, right? Also altogether I'll give 7 minutes. The issue here is like you can see n1, n2, n3, all 3 numbers obtained. The max number n1, min number n1, that is correct. So if n2, you are checking if n2 is the greater than the max number, then max number is this, n3 is greater than max number. Okay, so this other one should be less than, right? If n2 is less than min number, then min number is n2. Then n3 is less than min number is n3, right? So that is the assignment, I think. Here, this should be min number, right? This less than mark should be there, right? Because you are checking for the least value. The other side. Yeah. So now check this. Now check the values. Okay. Now you're getting the answers.
Yes.
Dilmi, what about you? Have you done or?
I did. I know how to find the average and the largest number, but I didn't know how to find the smallest.
Okay. So can you share the one that you have done? If for like, okay. Okay. So this is, you're checking. This is the one that you have done with the, yes. That is also another method of doing the same. You are entering 3 numbers. It says the largest. The smallest, you need to find smallest as well. So please apply the same method or the method that applied by Tenoka last day that I taught that. So that method also you can apply. So I think that will be easy because less number of codes. Then also you can find the minimum that way. Like, so when you have like place, this is like, so I said this last week also. I think week before last week was, I just informed like this earlier, because like you can set placeholders. So here placeholders means some variables. Let's say there are two variables to store. This is min and this is max. And then what you are going to do, you are going to analyze the numbers that that are going to arrive. So let's say there are 3 numbers which are arriving. So initially you are telling, so blindly, not blindly, initially you are telling the min is this and max is also this. Because if there is one number, that is the minimum, that is the maximum for sure. Then you gradually change, the second number arrives. You are checking whether the current minimum is 23, right? The current maximum is also 23. Then the second number comes 45, you are checking with the current minimum. Is it less than 45? No. Then keep 23 as it is. You are checking the maximum. Is it greater than the current number? Yes, it's greater than. So you are erasing this and setting 45 now. But now the second number is set as the maximum. Oh, sorry. So this is 23. That is the minimum. And this is maximum. Then you have changed this to the second number. Then the third number, you are checking the third number. First number you have already checked, the second number you have checked, third numbers. When there is another number, you are checking whether the current minimum and this 55. Still the 23 is the smallest. You keep it as it is. No change. But when you are checking 45 and 55, you can understand the 55 is largest. So you just erase this and set 55 as the largest. And now you have compared all 3 numbers. Ultimately, you have 23 and 55. 23 is the minimum, 55 is the largest. That is why I have to set placeholders, and then that is easy. For any number of items, let's say there are 4 numbers, still you can use the same method. There are 5 numbers, still you can use the same method. Right? Okay. So what about this one? This one. Have you done this one or?
No.
No. Okay, shall we try this? This has multiple conditions. This has multiple conditions. I'll give you 3 more minutes. Just give a try. So 3 marks, find the average. This is like you can copy forward from the previous one, right? Input 3 marks, find the average. This is. And the remaining part you have to change according to this criteria given. So let's do that. Okay. Yeah, your average is A. Okay. So this is correct. So what's the syntax errors that you're getting?
Oh, I deleted it to see if the code worked, but
You can just undo it, like
wait.
Control Z to undo. Okay, so here you have to indicate commas. Yeah, after average also there should be a comma. That is the syntax error. So that is the merging part. The comma indicates that is a tuple and it merged together. Okay, so that part is done. So what about the other values?
Yeah, I was gonna do that, but I was trying to fix this.
Okay, right. So Dilmi, so any update from you?
I got the grade A and grade B done.
Can you share? Just to see. Okay, average greater than, yeah. You are giving the whole thing, right? The total, yeah, that is also okay. Just put some values, yes. Yeah, grade is A, grade is B, both are coming. Both grades are appearing, but it should be only one. Just go to the code back again. You're checking whether is it greater than, average is greater than 75. If so, the grade is A, that is correct. But you are checking here, average is greater than 60 or less than 75. So when you say O, so I hope you can remember the O logic, either condition will be considered. So what you need to do, you have to say and, right? So it should be less than 75 and greater than 60. So then both conditions will be considered. Otherwise, what will happen? That is, you saw the result, right? You got A and B both. Now try. If you're doing this with the independent conditions, you have to try like this. Okay, now you can see you're only getting A, right? You're only getting A. So that and O conditions you need to understand. Okay, so the way that you have done is correct. This is by independent independent evaluation. But that is also correct. But the way that I recommend is not that. But anyway, according to your knowledge, that part is acceptable. Whatever you have done is acceptable. Cannot deny, cannot say no. Right, okay. So what is the method? Here, the first one, both have checked. First one, if average is greater than or equal to 75. Greater than or equal to 75. This is how you check that. Greater than or equal. Both you need to put here. Greater than or equal to 75, your average is this, and you have A, and you got A. You got A. Then the second one. So to check the second condition, there is a way, right? When there are like related conditions, to check the second one, there is a way that is called ELIF. I didn't explain that. So therefore, the answer that you have given is correct because I didn't explain this. So how to check the second condition is this. ELIF average is greater than, so ELIF means if it is not agreeing with this condition, if it is not above 75, if it is not equal or above 75, that means automatically it implicitly says it is less than 75, right? Because this ELIF is, that means it's related to this if. So all the marks, all the average marks above 75 and equal to 75 will be taken into this consideration. After that, whatever remaining means automatically this says whatever less than 75 and equal or greater than to 60. So then you have to say you got and you got B. Similar way you can continue. The third one is this ELIF 50. This implicitly said, not explicitly, implicitly said. This implicitly said, so this is less than, because all values greater than or equal to 75 already taken. The remaining values, which is less than 75, you are checking whether is it greater than 60. All the values less than 60, you are checking whether is it greater than 50. And that is given C. And the remaining values greater than 40, you have to say S. And so even after that, whatever remaining, so that is the last one, you can say else. No need to check back because you can just say else, because all the remaining values, if it is not even greater than 40, that will be less than 40. So you have to say that is F. Okay, let's run this and see the output. Let me type marks. So you say 37. If it is 37, it is F. 37 is F. Let's run it one more time. let's use some higher marks. You can say 59 got C. 59 because it's not 60. C. Let's give some more marks. 72 and got B. So you can see it's achieving the expected outcome. It's getting the expected outcome. Okay, so you can update like this. The way that Dilmi has done is also correct. That is also correct. So what she has done, so let me explain how she need to continue if she's doing like this. But in this case, Dilmi, you have to mention each condition as an independent condition. Again, the second if you have to check both conditions. If average is greater than or equals 60 and average is less than 75. Likewise, you have to mention both conditions if you are doing this. But that is also correct. Then you have to say if it is greater than and average less than 60. So then if average and again if this is using independent conditions average, but this is length here less than 50. This is according to the Dilmi's code. And else rather than using else, again you have to use if in this case. If average less than 40, then okay, let me run this. This will also produce similar result. This will also produce similar result. Let me run this, and so let's enter the same marks. I'm entering 23, 34.5, 23, and you can see we got F. So let's run it one more time. I'm entering this time 45, 67, 88, and C. It's one more time. Into the same figures. Here, what I have entered here, 65 and 76, and you can see it's B. So it's producing similar output, right? This is also acceptable, and this is also acceptable. Both are correct ways of doing, but this has less number of letters, or this is efficient than this code. This code is this code, like when you execute. So this code has a microsecond slowness than this code, because this you have to check two conditions. In each statement, you have to check two conditions. It will take some time. Therefore, this code will be faster. This will be slower. But algorithm-wise, both are correct. Both are producing same answer. You can take a screenshot of both, but I recommend this way. Okay. If you're okay, tell me.
Yeah. Yes, I took screenshot of it.
Okay. So now, so this is the flow chart. I said that I'll be explaining this. So the flow chart would be this. You can take a screenshot of this as well. So you can see it's complex, little complex than the code, because you have to check multiple conditions. You are taking pre-marks and you are checking this average, and whether the average is greater than 75, then assign A. If not, you are checking whether it's at least greater than 6, assign B. If not, again checking whether it's greater than 50, C. If not, greater than 40. If not, fail. So this is the flow chart that you need to employ. Take a screenshot of this as well. Okay. So I would like to give small homework in this section. Just try this. I'll give a small question to try as a homework. So this is the example question. So ABC supermarket selling pencils, pens, books, and lunch boxes. Cost of a pencil is 10 rupees. Cost of a pen is 20 rupees. Cost of a books, lunch box. So these are the costs, and calculate the bill by taking the number of pens, pencils, lunch boxes as inputs, and draw a flowchart, pseudocode, and the Python code. So this is actually, so you are given the prices. You need to get the quantities from the users as inputs. You need to get the condition. You need to get the quantities, because already prices are given. When you know the quantities, you can multiply the price with the quantity. So let's say they have to purchase 5 pens. So price of pen is 20 rupees. So 20 into 5 will be 100. Right? 20 into 5 will be 100. So what you need to do is you need to multiply that by the quantity which is taken as an input. Then the second stage, you have to modify. Right? You have to modify. When you modify, please give 10% discount if bill value exceeding 10,000. The total bill value, you have to calculate the total bill value after getting the quantities. If total bill value is exceeding 10,000, apply 5% discount, and if it is exceeding 2,500, so apply 10,000, then 10% discount, 5,000, 2,500, then 5% discount, and no discount otherwise. Okay, just take a screenshot of this. Try this as a homework. I'll be checking that tomorrow. Just give a try. And after tomorrow's session, I have not sent the note yet. So I'll be sending that to you after tomorrow's session. Okay. Then have a nice day. Bye. I'll stop from here. Please take a screenshot of this and try at home.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Bye.
Right.